We're live.
We're live.
Oh
We are,
shit, are we,
we
are
are
we live?
we are so live. We are as live as we could be. Sorry, Jordan. Did you want me to? Sorry, I'll fix this for you. Let me. Was that better? Uh, we are live. It's a Thursday. Lonely Marks here to talk some wrestling. Um, Joined by Austin. How's it going?
Hey, what's up, man? Just chit-chatting. Been watching a lot of movies this week, but ready to talk some wrestling, man. Do some drafts and talk some news, man. It should be fun. I got probably way more, prep stuff for the draft. I do a lot, but probably way more than I needed to. But me, I prep when I can at work, whatnot.
Right. And he's maybe here.
JPO's internet sucks tonight.
Yeah.
Pardon him.
Oh,
His internet blows tonight. We can still keep talking. He'll jump in a minute.
oh yeah, he'll jump back in. But yeah, no, we are gonna do another draft tonight that I've mentioned it a couple times. We're calling it the Eras Draft. We'll be drafting from the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and current, as well as a commentary team from one of those decades. As well, but before that, as always, it's time to talk some news. So, yeah, I haven't really kept up on a lot, but we did get a main event. Well, I'm not going to call it the main event. We don't know yet, but we did get a championship match for AEW Dynasty.
Yes.
Swerve Strickland versus Samoa Joe for the AEW World Championship. I think we all saw that coming, but that doesn't make it any less exciting.
No, I mean it's one of those things. Yeah, we've been kind of dancing around that, and ever since, even the Revolution main event, the 3-way, Swerve was the one. As we kind of all predicted, who didn't get pinned or submitted. Joe, or Hangman tapped out to Samoa Joe. Storyline wise, to prevent Swerve from winning the title. So it makes sense as to he would be on a quest to get that one-on-one encounter. So I don't watch everything week to week, but I did see that was officially announced for Dynasty. Yeah, it makes sense. It's as a main event and whatnot. And yeah, I think it'll add to the card that's shaping up pretty good because. What are we looking at? Possibly Danielson and Ospreay as well on that show, which should be good. So, I mean, even just those two matches alone, I think would probably be worth your price of admission for Dynasty. Yeah, I mean, they'll fill out the card, throughout the next couple of weeks, obviously, because that'll be, what, about 2 weeks after WrestleMania, I think, something like that? Yeah, the 21st, yeah. So, 2 weeks after Mania. So, that's good. You never want to pile up, right after, wrestling fans, or try to double up on that. But, I mean, we should be a good month of wrestling in April with, obviously, WrestleMania looking pretty good. And Dynasty not far after that, but a little break in between. And, even the angles for all the WrestleMania stuff was looking pretty good. Did get to see most of what they did on Raw and whatnot.
Yeah, that was a good episode of Raw.
Yeah.
Am I right, JPO? Was that a good episode of Raw?
Yeah, no, I enjoyed how it ended with The Rock. Yeah, no, that was cool stuff. I've enjoyed this build-up so far pretty decently.
Yeah, what do you think of? We were just talking about Samoa Joe and Swerve Strickland being
officially announced for Dynasty as world title match.
Yeah, we all saw it coming.
Went over Takeshita on Wednesday in a pretty good match. Yeah, which I mean, we're not gonna have Takeshi and Joe. As much as that down the line, that could be a sweet match. Right now, it just wouldn't make any sense because Takeshi's healed and whatnot. So yeah, no, I mean that's the match that we pretty much figured we'd have, especially after last month. So yeah, I'm down for it.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping Swerve gets the win. Let's see him walk out of Dynasty as the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, and he, as much as I would love to see Swerve be the one walking down the aisle with the championship,
probably Nana.
Just Nana with the title.
Yeah, holding it like this and then just kind of going like that with it. That would be fun.
All right,
am I right, Richie? You got distracted by my. Oh well, you can.
Oh geez, so you're distracted by video games? Get out of here!
Sit in timeout and think about what you did.
Yeah.
Think about what you
So
did.
putting your priorities in life are way out of whack, bro. No time
I
out.
am sorry, man. It's addictive. I'm playing
You-
4-player against computer, and I'm losing, but I'm doing better. There you go.
You had us worried sick.
I am sorry.
Mhm.
You definitely weren't playing your match with Malcolm at 8 o'clock. That's definitely what you were doing.
What's that?
You had a match at 8 o'clock with Malcolm.
I know, and I forgot about that too. But yeah, so did
Yep.
Dan. To be fair.
Hey, there's
At
these
least
cool
we're here
things
to
you can
watch
put in
your
your phone
videos.
called there's this Google Calendar thing, and you can put
Yeah.
events in there, and that's usually what I do.
I
And it reminds
know.
me the things I have lined up for the week,
Mm-hmm.
and it helps me remember stuff.
Hey, tomorrow, me and Dad. You going down, Dan?
Where's that? Where's that?
The Malcolm thing that I was just mentioning. I
Oh,
forgot
okay.
it also about.
See.
Tomorrow I will be helping Austin decide a winner for his birthday.
My birthday. Supposedly all you guys will be there, so hopefully you're on time for that one, Richie. I kind of need everybody to be there
Well,
for
that's
that.
9. That one's 8. So we'll be fine.
Perfect. But we were just discussing, Richie. We were just discussing Samoa Joe and Swerve Strickland being made official. We all kind of saw it coming, but now that it's official, what are your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the obvious match to make. Yeah, I mean, I don't see Joe winning, but I mean they could stretch it out, but I think that'd be a mistake. I think Swerve's winning, and you build towards, at some point you build towards him and Will Ospreay at Wembley. But yeah, no, I think it'll be a great match. Again, I'm riding the high of Samoa Joe even being a champion, and I think that would be the case. And I think he's had a decent run, actually. So, yeah.
Oh, and this relates to Dynasty, by the way. They've announced there's a few more retailers you can buy the actual pay-per-view through, not just the Bleacher Report and whatnot, or just cable systems. They announced that Triller TV, essentially that Fight TV, app that became Triller. You can buy the pay-per-view on there. It's already available for purchase on there. And then YouTube, you can buy it through YouTube, I guess, pay-per-view. They're going to be doing it on there, so that's interesting for people, just globally who want to purchase it, and they said pay-per-view.com or ppv.com. So more retailers is never a bad thing. I know some people were complaining, I guess, about Revolution having problems with the Bleacher Report thing. I know a lot of people have had. I've never personally had trouble with the Bleacher Report thing. That's where I've got it from. But I know some other people have. So more options for where you can get it, especially online, is never necessarily a bad thing for people who don't have a cable service or something to order it through.
You can also get on like Fight or Triller. I'm never going to call it Triller because it's a stupid name. But on Fight, you can purchase like a bundle like from this, and then I think a Forbidden Door.
Well, they said it's already through a Forbidden Door, so yeah, you can buy them all pretty much pre-buy them all right now, essentially.
Yeah.
Well, up until this show too, all the Fight stuff was not U.S. Available. So
yeah,
for weird people like you, Richie, it was available, and only just now became a U.S. thing for us.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were also we mentioned pretty good episode of Raw from what I saw. That
right.
Between Cody and The Rock. I saw a clip, and the crowd was very shocked that The Rock dropped the F word. It makes me wonder if they're like testing the waters for like moving away from TV, like they make them do it on Netflix.
You went underwater for a minute, but no, I could see. Well, Netflix obviously, if they just label it as TV 14 or whatever, instead of PG, then you could probably even just be on Netflix, get away with a little more general. I don't know what their guidelines are going to be as far as violence and profanity. Obviously, it'll probably be a little more loose, I'd imagine, because it's just Netflix, and if somebody doesn't want their kid watching, you do parental controls or whatever. But yeah, I mean, if they set it at like a TV 14 instead, I'm sure they'd be able to get away with a little bit more.
I think it's a combination of this.
I also.
You go, JP. I know
no, you go, buddy.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Well, I don't know. We might have been close to saying. Okay, no, we go.
Well, I think it's a combination of two things. It's just, I remember an interview with like Nick Khan a while ago saying that they might be kind of going a bit more edgy, especially in the third hour. Because not many kids are staying up in that third hour. Just to be honest. So yeah, they might
Not
sort
kids
of
with good parents anyway.
yeah with more edgier material, but also I mean, and it's also a combination of it's The Rock, he'll do what he wants, and
It's also
yeah,
true.
so yeah, and I will say that it's sort of look, I'm still looking forward to Cody and Roman, but it does make me. I mean, it does make me want a Cody versus Rock match, just one on one. I feel like there's build speed. It's more build towards that than anything else. But yeah, I did love Raw. I thought it was very much one of the better Raws the last few years, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
All right, JPO, it's your turn now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fine. Yeah, I mean, and the fact that they were able to bring blood into it, like that didn't look like it was accidental either. That looked like Cody did.
That was part of it. Yeah, no, that was him getting just from getting his head thrown into the trailer or whatever. Yeah, the semi truck. But yeah, they definitely orchestrate. But I always enjoy when Rock does a beatdown while doing his own commentary for it. That's always fun. Much like even going back to like halftime heat back in the day, where he's just beating the hell out of Mankind while kind of doing his own commentary. And I tell you what, man, this whole like final boss gimmick has really worked. I'm digging it. How much he's working it into his promos and whatnot. It makes sense. His entrance is reflecting that as well. I'm loving his entrances with the lightning and everything. Those are awesome. And it just makes me go, we better prep ourselves, guys, because that tag team match might have 25 minutes worth of entrances before it even starts. Because between Roman taking 5 to 10 minutes, however long it's going to take him to get to the ring, and these Rock entrances with this lightning, and how long they're being just on TV. Seth with his conducting thing, and Cody with all of
Cody
his.
takes a while as well.
Yeah, it's just going to be 20 minutes worth of entrances for that damn match. But you know what? They're all going to be pretty epic. I can't wait to see what they do with the lightning thing for Rock's entrance, at WrestleMania, because I'm sure they've got some ideas for that. But I'm thinking that as well. They're certainly like making him feel like a big deal, and I think he's playing into it. And this final boss kind of line and gimmick is really working. I'm liking it.
Yeah, and I think it's definitely like the blood's definitely potential, because I don't know if you actually heard I found out what he whispered to Cody at the start. He's like, "You're going to bleed tonight." That's what he said.
People looked at the thing, slowed it down, and said, like, I'm going to make you bleed tonight or whatever. Yeah, something to that effect. And The Rock is a man of his word. That's what he keeps saying.
He sure is.
Yeah. And I would only imagine he will be wearing that bloody belt at WrestleMania to the ring, I'm sure, or have it with him or something, because that's dry it out and just keep bring it everywhere he goes, and probably even cut more social media promos holding it or wearing it or whatever. You know what I mean? More promos about Mama Rhodes and all the stuff he's doing. I don't know. I think he's leaning into it and having some fun with it. You can tell he's having a good time, kind of playing around with this a little bit.
Yeah.
JPO, are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
I wasn't sure. You're not your fault, of course. I know your internet situation. I just wanted to make sure that you were still here and that you were good. We want you to be part of it. You dick.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
fuck us for wanting to get your thoughts on things, but all right, we'll move on.
All right. I also love that they uploaded the entire segment that between CM Punk, Drew, and Seth, because between that and the Rock stuff at the end of the night, like, man, I thought this was probably the best Raw of the year so far. I know it's only the end of March. We've still got 9 more months after this, but it was some pretty good TV. Were you able to catch the segment, Austin?
Yeah, I caught it. It definitely felt like, and apparently this was confirmed, that they gave those guys a lot of leeway to like improv, which is probably why it went long, because I think it felt like it went a little longer than what they had kind of given them, because I think they had to cut the next match down like 2 minutes or something. Like literally they just went to the match and they were already wrestling, things like that. But yeah, I mean, it definitely felt like they were kind of had some bullet points to hit, but we're just definitely kind of taking little jabs at each other, hitting those insults and whatnot. Some of them that the audience caught, and some of them that they didn't. Some of the stuff about CM Punk's like one of his ears working better than his other ear, things like that. Speaking of my good ear and whatnot, the little line where Drew was like, "Keep it PG, brother," or whatever, those sort of things. You can tell a lot of those lines were probably improvised between the two of them. But yeah, I mean, I like the fact that they're giving these guys a little more leeway to do that stuff with their characters, within their characters. That's really what promo work should be about. It should be, if you know your character as well as you do, which CM Punk has been pretty notorious for. Even 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever, they would hand him scripts and he would just tear them up right in front of the writers and say, yeah, just give me the bullet points. I'm going to do it my way. Which is, realistically, if you trust those guys who are the pros and who know their characters and who know how they would say certain things, you should just give them bullet points and, overall things that they need to hit, but let them kind of spin it their own way and how their character would say it. And I think, Triple H and them have been really good about letting these guys do that.
Yeah. Did you see? And even Drew's heel work outside of TV has been fun. Did you see that photo he posted on Instagram outside of Mindy's Bakery in Chicago?
I briefly, what was the context? I know he was in Chicago.
No, he was just referencing the All Out thing. He's just like, hey, I might go. I heard they make a. Yeah, something about like in referencing the press conference. I'm like, oh yeah, I heard they make good stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But it's one of those things where they're building that up so much, where I'm like, I want to see them wrestle, but it's him and Seth. But yeah.
I mean, it's not to say they couldn't roll that out in the future when Punk is healed up. Obviously, I'm sure they will do that once he's back to 100%. I'm sure they will have some kind of program because, they're definitely dancing around that. And what, did he all but confirm he'll at least be doing commentary for that match, I guess, or something?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I figured he was going to be involved in WrestleMania in some way. People were speculating as to whether they could make him like the host or something or, whatever, have him involved. But yeah, I think him at least being out there for commentary or something like that, just being involved and whatnot, at least keeps him relevant, to the conversation. And it's good to kind of at least remind people that he's around,
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved the reference to, Drew McIntyre mentioning that he's the chosen one, and Punk's like, yeah, who chose you?
And he's like, I can't.
I can't say that name on TV.
Yeah. There's also the can't say Vince now on TV.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
JPO, I want to know what you thought about this segment.
CM Punk segment?
Yeah.
No, it's to see him back, and I don't know if they're telegraphing obviously Drew winning the title because now I kind of want to see Drew and Punk really bad. So he drew a really huge rating, and that's cool for Punk. Shows that he's still a draw.
Yeah, despite what some people on the internet might say. But what does the internet know?
Well, I mean, do they take into account how many people watch the YouTube segment the next day, or the day after?
I don't know if they do,
because you have to take that into account for people like me who didn't watch, who wasn't able to watch Raw, but I watched all the segments they uploaded, the next day from Raw. The the back and forth with them, the Cody promo, the beat down at the end of the show. Like, I watched all that stuff on there, and I'm sure they have usually at least a couple million views on YouTube.
Probably. I mean, that's where I watched it because I didn't watch Raw live, although I should have. Because, it was a good episode. Anything else that happened on Raw that you guys want to bring up, Richie, JPO? I know you guys watch the show more than I do.
I'll probably just bring up that. I mean, just thought it was an interesting interview that Becky Lynch was on MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani, and because he sometimes has wrestlers on there, it's a wrestling fan, and he was asked about Ronda, why her second run was kind of bust, and she was like, and just had an articulate answer without being mean about it, but she more or less just said, she couldn't she wasn't, like she was put in a position where people thought she was a great wrestler because she had a really well produced first match, and but yeah, she wasn't a good wrestler basically, and but that she was put in a position where she had to sort of, where she was kind of overexposed a bit. But yeah, I just thought that was a kind of a very candid, interesting interview.
That didn't happen on Raw.
Huh?
That didn't happen on Raw.
I know that. I didn't say that. What is that?
Jacob asked you though. Jacob said anything else from Raw, and you're like, yeah, there's an interview that wasn't on Raw.
No.
It's all good. It's all good.
Just wanted to mention the segments on the WWE channel. The Rock and Cody initial segment from Raw has 1.7 million views. So you have to take that into account. Probably people who, didn't actually watch the show but saw the segment or at least interested. The CM Punk promo has 1.8 million, and then the Rock beatdown has like 1.5 million. So I mean, there's a segment of the audience that is probably just following this, through the clips and whatnot. That again doesn't have access to the full show like me, but I watch anything they upload.
Okay, if we're talking about Raw, if you're going to be, you're going to be pedantic. I was just sort of talking about, I did mention.
Well, that's not pedantic. That's literally what he said.
I don't know what the issue is with TV today, but anyway.
There's no issue. Pointing out that he said Raw and you said
you're
sure.
being grumpy today anyway, cool.
Listen to the man.
I found it interesting that Bronson Reed pinned Sami Zayn, who's going for the title.
At least that happened on Raw.
Oh my God, it's fine. We're just talking current stuff. It's fine. I didn't know that, Richie. Tell me more. So he pinned the guy who's going to challenge Gunther. Yeah, that's weird. It's always weird booking when they do that. I don't know why they even set those matches up in the first place. Yeah,
I don't know if they're sending him up to be the next challenger, but I thought they were sending Chad Gable up to be the challenger. So I don't know. But that is interesting booking. I don't know. They're trying to do the plucky underdog thing with Sami Zayn, but they've done that like six times now. So I don't know, man. It's just like it's an interesting way to book somebody. You'll see. I still think they'll put on a bang match, but yeah, I don't know. I just think it might if you do it too many times, it could sort of have diminishing returns to hurt someone. But yeah.
Could you make a thing out of that might just be setting up Gunther more to actually retain his title instead of dropping to Sami Zayn, maybe? Which, I could see them just continuing that.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to that. I think there's still more you can do with him and more people, obviously, that could still challenge him. I don't think you necessarily have to drop the title unless you do that and then move him up into the kind of world title picture, World title picture. Just to move on from that. I think so. But yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting booking nonetheless. I was just like, okay. But I'm sort of glad they're pushing, making Ross Reed look strong. But yeah, make him look strong. Like you make him look strong after something. Anyway. Make him win like a number one contender match after WrestleMania or something, and get a title match, or have him beat a lesser card person who's not challenging for something and make him look strong, or somebody else, or just have Sammy beat somebody else, so have Sammy look good in a different match against somebody, have a good match, but go over against somebody else. Maybe one of the Imperium people, somebody related to Gunther, go over,
Giovanni Vinci.
Giovanni, go over him or something. I don't know. He could face the different Imperium people before he gets to Gunther, sort of like a gauntlet. Like that would make sense.
Yeah,
and it wouldn't hurt Gunther.
No, so yeah, good. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, beyond that, I guess did we get like. Because I haven't like fully watched Raw, but if you get like, I think we've got we got all the competitors for the tag title match. I guess
are they all announced? Are they all?
The finals of the mini SmackDown brackets are tomorrow. Legado del Fantasma takes on New Catch Republic, and then A-Town Down Under takes on the Street
Is that what
Profits.
they're called?
Is that what they're calling it now?
According to
Okay.
Wikipedia, and I'm going with it. A-Town Down Under.
That's
I
not a
kinda
bad.
like it.
That's not a bad tag team name. Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
mind it.
yeah, okay.
So, yeah, I mean, we'll find out tomorrow the final two teams. I personally think it'll be New Catch Republic and A-Town Down Under. I feel like you need to get another heel team in there. I think there's only the Judgment Day right now, as far as heels go. So getting another one in there.
I think that'd be good heel champion, to be honest. But like, I feel, I mean, I kind of feel like, it's probably time to kind of split the titles. Like, that'd be good SmackDown champions, and you have Raw champions. But I don't know if they're going to do that at any point. But and also just redesign the belts. Those belts look ugly.
Big circle belts.
They're literally silver plated. Like it should be gold. Like your championship. You don't. Anyway.
Okay. What about you? Who do you guys think will be the final two teams? So yeah, again, it's Legado.
I would agree with that because you do need another heel one because DIY are pretty much faces right now. Awesome Truth is kind of face. New Day is still always a face. A-Town Down Under would make sense, because there'd be a way to get those guys. If they win that, then they could cut some more promos and whatnot before the match, and do their thing, character stuff, and then have them get some heat during the match. And what was the other one? The one you were saying would probably go over.
Catch. Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate,
I mean, they're not really like heel. I mean, they're basically faces, right? I mean, kind of tweener-ish, I guess, depending on whatever.
I feel like they just don't care. Like, we cheer for them, but like as far as character-wise,
they're just character-wise, they're just there to kick your ass, like whoever's in front of them. Yeah, essentially. That makes sense. I mean, so you could have a couple of different people that the crowd could get behind, and then have Judgment Day and A-Town to ones they could boo. So I mean, that's usually, I mean, anytime you even have a singles, Money in the Bank match, you always at least have, 2 or 3 heels in there and then some faces, some people, different ones that they could cheer and different, that they could boo. Makes sense.
Yeah. JPO, who do you think the final two teams will be?
Anything?
Are you there?
I'm having the worst time tonight. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
We're
just checking. Okay. Gotcha.
No. All good. We understand. We've all had terrible internet situations before, so no, you're all good, brother. No other matches being announced. We're still at I think 10 total.
4, 5, 6, 7. 10 total, and still a lot of those, most of those matches are not confirmed for which night they're going to be either. They're still up in the air. They haven't locked down as far as other than obviously night 1, the tag match that obviously leading into the match on night 2, and then the Seth Rollins Drew is night 2 as well. I'm sure it's the semi-main event. But all those other ones, the other 7 are just up in the air as far as where they will be. I would imagine I would probably put the ladder match on night 1. I think that'd be a good way to either open the show or just get things going on night 1, and then maybe put the Logan Paul U.S. title match maybe on night 2 to somewhere in the front half of that card, just personally. But and then I think everything else you could kind of play around with. Maybe make the Rhea Ripley Becky Lynch the semi-main event of night 1. I think that would be a decent spot for it, to showcase it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get swallowed up, by the other 2 title matches. Kind of showcase it like they did last year.
I'm surprised Bianca Belair is sort of in limbo, considering that she's been on the promotional material.
Speaking of, I think, and either I'm a genius or it's just very, very obvious. I think with Jade being on SmackDown tomorrow, I think we get a 6-woman tag team match announced: Bianca, Naomi, Jade versus Damage Control.
Yeah.
I think that.
Sure.
I mean, Jade's first interaction on SmackDown was with Damage Control. Bianca and Naomi are having their problems now.
Yeah.
You got to give them something to do it at WrestleMania.
Will they be able to work together, Jacob? That old gag.
Who knows?
They don't work together, and then on night 2 they verse each other.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they could. That could be another one that leads it. I like to see them do more stuff besides the main of stuff like from night 1 that leads into night 2 and have that leeway. Like that could always be interesting. I remember I went to I know this isn't WWE, but I went to a England Ring of Honor show when I was over there, and they did a thing with the Briscoes where they were wrestled. And I forget who they wrestled, but then they had a thing after the match where they talked about each other, sort of letting each other down. I think they've been kind of slacking. The only way that they could, prove to themselves that they still have it is if they faced each other. And then they had a singles match on night 2 against each other, like one of those matches where it was Briscoe versus Briscoe. And it was a cool way to kind of set up night 2. I thought that was fun. So I don't mind when they do stuff like that and be like, hey, we're have a show tomorrow night too. We could wrestle each other or something, and then maybe have Bianca and Naomi or Jade or whoever face off against each other. That'd be interesting. Maybe have them have a 3-way or something. That'd be good in several ways. It is pay-per-view.
In a wrestling ring.
In a wrestling ring. I meant in a ring with wrestling rules. That's exactly what I meant.
Where's the sound effect when you need it?
Yeah, I'm not running the stream. You need to get some sound effects, Jacob. Be like me. Do like more like me. I'm just a passenger tonight.
No, and I can't really think of what else they could add besides that.
Well, I mean, that would make sense also to get more women on the show if you did six lady tag, because they already have a multi-person, a couple. The ladder match obviously gets a lot of people on the card, and then the Logan, Randy, Kevin Owens, triple threat match gets a lot of people on the card and whatnot. What hasn't been. Still churning, for the undercard, because they got to have more matches than that, because otherwise it'd be. I mean, let's just say even bare minimum you have 7 for each night, right? So you still need 4 more matches at least total.
Yeah,
and they got 10 announced so far. So
yeah. I mean, are they going to do? I mean, I know they're going to just sort of start a build. Are they going to do anything with Candice and what was it?
Candice and Maxine
and tag team match. Some
as I don't want to sound like I don't like women's wrestling, because I do. I want to see that 6-woman tag. Candice and Maxine doesn't sound like WrestleMania to me.
Yeah. I mean, 1-on-1. That's not a WrestleMania match. That's barely a.
Candice and Indy versus Ivy and Maxine doesn't sound like WrestleMania to me. That sounds to me like maybe we'll blow this off on Raw.
Yeah.
There's a stand and deliver for NXT WrestleMania weekend, right? Is that like their WrestleMania?
Yeah. And even that card, I'm like, yeah.
So,
yeah.
3 teams.
Yeah, well. What do you think, JPO, about a Jade, Bianca, Naomi versus Damage Control being added to WrestleMania?
Yeah, that sounds good. You won't have a women's tag title match, but I mean that kind of sounds bigger than those titles at this point, so
right,
I'll be okay with that.
Yeah.
Gives Jade something to do.
Well, it wouldn't put the pressure on her to be a 1-on-1 situation. You could just showcase her in a 6-man. Yeah.
No, I mean we just got Naomi back, and Bianca's kind of floatless at the moment as far as Mania match, so it kind of kills 6 birds with 1 stone there.
Yeah. No, for sure.
I didn't mean that. It sounds like a knock on
no.
Birds like birds.
Well, we were talking about. Did you have any other ideas? Like we were talking about, because as of right now they got 10 matches announced, right? And let's say they at least had 7 for each night. There's still 4 or 5 match slots still open. Like what else is there to do? Like who's got stuff going on that's not involved in anything?
I'm also still skeptical as to we might cap out at 6, because the way these pay-per-views have been going, they seem to be kind of more lesser card in general. I'm sure, like you guys joked before, your main event night 1's going to have a lot of entrances. If you throw in that ladder match, that's going to add up. These matches add up. So I really wouldn't be surprised if we
quality over quantity lately.
Plus, you still got to have commercials. Like, that's a shitty thing with Peacock at the moment. You still got to have commercials. So it adds up to where I really wouldn't be surprised if, like, it ends with 6 on each night.
Are they going to add the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, or is that a SmackDown thing now?
I think I heard that it was going to be on SmackDown, but I'm not sure.
Really? I'm going to be surprised. I mean, at the most at the kickoff, but we'll see. I don't know if they only do that kickoff match just to be nice to Indy, or we're gonna go back to kickoff.
I was gonna say, JPO, we got to get you a kickoff match or two. You love your kickoff matches. So,
it's something to watch. I prefer that over. Hey, let's all fakely guess who's gonna win these matches
in these boring panels. Yeah, talking kayfabe about who's got the advantage in a match. Yeah,
maybe that's where you put Candice LeRae and Maxine Dupree.
You can do that on kickoff, sure.
I wouldn't mind the Ivy. No, not a singles. Like a Candice Indy versus Ivy Maxine, since Ivy's kind of been, sticking up for Maxine. Maybe a tag team match on the kickoff night one or whatever. I was just telling them, like, it doesn't, and not to badmouth the women, because I think they're fine. But like that program just doesn't scream WrestleMania to me.
Oh no,
Jacob hates
that doesn't even scream kickoff. that screams main event, and I mean the TV show main event.
Yeah.
NXT stand and delivery. Let's bring him back down.
Hey, WWE, do your own Meat Madness. You got some big meaty guys. Do your own little Meat Madness, showcase with Ivar and Bronson Reed and
Bronson.
Who else?
Just Shane Braun. I think Braun Strowman's injured, but he'd be all right in that.
Just throw Braun Breaker in there.
Braun Breaker,
yeah.
You can do your own Meat Madness.
WWE fans, I'm sure, like meat as well as AEW fans, so why not?
Big E for commentary.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, so speaking of Big E, because this just reminded me, just to shift gears for a moment, what do you guys think of Ridge Holland announcing his retirement? I say that because who knows?
I think it's
weird. I missed this. That was this last night?
It was on NXT, yeah.
Or 2 nights ago, I think. I missed it. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I think it's a work. I think, like Sean Spears was getting into his head. And yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it'll just culminate in like either him turning heel, or maybe Sheamus sort of comes in and pep talks him. I don't know. They're obviously really high on the guy. I could almost see him like wrestling for the title. It'd actually even be, if he wrestled for the title at Set and Delivery, it'd be more interesting than Ilya and Tony D'Angelo, to be honest. If I'm being fair, I've talked about it. Yeah, I talked about it with JP O'Vera, but look, I know you probably don't know much about Tony D'Angelo, but yeah, he's like plays a sort of gangster gimmick, but it's kind of 80s and very, I don't know, just not a main event character.
It's not a main event. Yeah, like I actually like the tag team and the stable to a degree, but yeah, when that was the set main event, I was like, oh, that's an interesting choice. That's not the barn burner that we've been getting.
Yeah, like I thought maybe they were setting up Dijak at one point. That'd be cool.
Dijak or as you said, Ridge. I thought we were going to be the obvious ones. Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, but we're getting. Yeah, I just like. And if Tony wins, I'm like, I can't see him as champion. So,
I could see him maybe as like a North American champion, but not like, hey, this is the guy that's going to carry our brand for the next few months.
And you just can't be like I feel like you just can't pull off a Goodfellas Mafia gimmick when you're like a PG show. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, we're gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna throw you in the boot, but then not hurt you. But. Yeah, it just sort of comes off because
not killing people on NXT.
Yeah. Well, they've killed people in NXT before.
Oh yeah, the guy got fired. He actually did kill me.
Yeah.
It took 2 dimes or whatever his name was.
It wouldn't be the first murder wrestling storyline ever. You know, where somebody's in kayfabe's dead. So-
Right.
Oh yeah, Lucha Underground kill people all the time.
WCW left Ric Flair to die in a field. One time. Just presumed he was dead. So I mean, you know, granted that was Vince Russo, but you know they've done it before.
Right.
In Lucha Underground, Conan got decapitated. He got his head chopped. And I don't know if you.
That's where I need this is my stream, my fun for the whole family. Little people getting decapitated in wrestling. Fun for the whole family, right?
I don't know if we can ever find a copy of it, but if we can, I would definitely do like a review of this. But remember, like I can't remember the actual promotion, but Hood Slam. That was like an urban wrestling federation. People would die on that all the time. It's like people get shot.
We have an urban combat wrestling in Asheville. I haven't been to one of their shows yet, but we have an urban like combat federation thing where it's like it literally is like Def Jam from New York. You know, like those wrestling games. It's like everybody's like a rap gimmick. Like it's something. Yeah.
Def Jam Vendetta was my jam.
I think they play rap music
so
like during
much.
the matches. Yeah, it's a thing.
Do you know Def Jam Vendetta was meant to be WCW Mayhem 2, and WCW went out of business. They just kept the same model and then changed the game.
Yeah. That second one is like hard to find, right? Isn't it like a game
Fight
that
for New
sells for a
York?
lot on eBay or whatever?
Yeah, like Fight for New York, and it's the best one. Fight for New York is brilliant.
You got one, JPO?
Here's a sad story to tell.
Oh
no.
I left Florida and I left it behind, and I'm talking like case, manual, clicky, squeaky clean disc. Because I was like, I'm not gonna ever play this again. And then 2 weeks later, laying down in Arizona, hard to find expensive games. It was on the video. I'm like,
I think I also owned it at one point, and I just don't know what happened to it. Like it just got lost in the ether, for putting moves or whatever. But yeah, it's like some of those weird things. I swear I owned at least one of those games, if not both, at one point, because I had a lot of PS2 games at one point, like a lot.
I'm trying to remember which one it was, but it was definitely like it was on the list. It's like, you know, within case, it was probably a good $100, $200.
Yeah.
Right, at least,
like, I totally had it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I still have like vivid memories of it. I know the main bad guy is Snoop Dogg. He's called Crow, and then the other bad guy is like Sticky Fingers, the rapper. Everybody connects to girlfriend.
I would always play as Method Man. He was a good character. I'm keeping my NHL Hits games because those are rare, because I have both of those, which is, if you've never played it, it's like Blitz for hockey, and it's awesome. It's so good. Such a good game.
I would play that game just to get into fights.
Dude, you do literally, and it goes into fights. It goes into like it spins sideways. It goes into fight mode. It's awesome. It's so great. You can check people right through the glass. Like glass goes everywhere. There's turbo like NBA Jam with On Fire. It's great. It's such a good game. Anyways,
there's a skateboarding game on PS1 called Thrash Skate and Destroy, and basically I was great at it because what the aim of the game wasn't to land tricks. It was to see how much you could stack it. How much you could injure yourself.
Oh yeah,
it was like sick.
Anybody ever played the Jackass game where that was the point of that game?
To
game yourself and break as many bones as possible. Yeah, it's that was a real thing at one point where all the things are just to injure yourself.
Skateboarding mini game in the AEW game.
Yeah,
that doesn't.
Darby Allin showed up with Tony Hawk this week.
Yeah. Talk about their little skate project. Good. You have money.
Hey, man, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, they see you're talking to us now. See,
I felt left out for a moment.
We have a group chat going, JPO. We forgot to tell you, and you're just not in it. Sorry. I mean, you know.
Wait.
Oh man,
I'm not in it either. Wait.
Did you forget you were in a poly relationship and you didn't know it?
She's like, no more lonely marks.
No.
None of us are.
We're trying to make sure we're not lonely at all. None of us are.
It is weird.
I don't like this show.
It's weird that you can skip the country and travel like 17 hours and then travel back, and you still have no. Yeah, it's still.
That's why she goes missing for days at a time. Money's tight.
I know.
Why is money so tight? Yeah, flights are expensive. Flights. Never mind.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, I think that's me. Unless it's
okay.
I think that's probably Austin. He didn't say that's Austin. Yeah.
JP, I'm pretty sure it's you.
okay.
we all had ours. Very, very basic,
No, she was
basic.
doubling,
And
she was
then
doubling down.
Yeah. Yeah.
no, I just showed him
Okay.
again.
Yeah.
But all right, let's
Let's get some
shift gears
drafting going.
here. Get some
Yeah.
drafting going.
Wait, I have a real quick thing I want
Oh
to
yeah,
share.
go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hold on, share my screen.
When it's available, I will. There it is.
All right, so of course, the WrestleCon Super Show is every year. They always put together some interesting matches. This
Mhm.
year's
Oh no.
Oh no.
Man.
it's
At
gonna
least
get
we got
weirder. Still not that weird, right? You can probably see this.
Okay.
Then how about this one?
Okay. Well, I mean, that makes sense for a WrestleCon. Yeah. Sure.
I think I know where you're going, but yeah, yeah.
Joey Janela nickname. Well, I mean, it makes sense for nickname it to be at the High Spots Wrestle Convention. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, I believe I know where he's going, but I won't spoil it. I'll wait till he.
Those
What?
prequels. What?
And the FBI?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
And a mystery.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I saw
this
did
when
saw
you
that.
had
You
it
shared that with
advertised.
us. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's where I saw it advertised. It was
Okay,
Looks like a fun card.
Yeah, that would be a fun card. Is that one of the ones that's going to be free, or do you have to pay for it on the Fight TV thing or whatever?
That's actually it's neither. It's on the High Spots channel, so technically $10. I don't know if you get other shows.
Oh man, damn.
It's
Better
worth
do
it. I'll
that
do it.
shit, yeah.
If you guys are interested, I'll do it.
Yeah.
that Paul Walker Hauser match might be worth it alone. Just to,
It might be worth it. Yeah, he's been
I think so.
working for a little while. Yeah.
so, yeah,
I thought you were gonna because there was one thing where I don't know what show it is, but like the Wheeler Yuta couldn't get cleared, so it was going to be Blackpool Combat Club versus versus like the female L guys, but it's going to be instead of Wheeler Yuta, it's Matt Sydal, which is weird. Just like Matt Sydal is a Blackpool Combat Club member for like the day. I don't know. I just find that.
Who are they fighting in? I don't even know this match.
Yeah, I don't know where it is, but it's it might be in like Revolver. I don't know. It's in like
Revolver. Oh, it could be Revolver. Yeah, because I mean Moxley goes over there all the time, and it's Callahan's promotion, so yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
all right. Let's get drafting. But before we get drafting, we got to pick a draft order, and I've got a wheel ready.
Yeah,
and as you can see, the wheel is primed and ready to go because it's on my name. I spun it. It's ready to go, and it happened to land on me, which now tells me I'm not going to get to choose first, and that's okay. But we are going to spin. Where is it going to land? Maybe we'll. Richie showed up late because of video games, so we're going to spin it. No. Where would you like to pick?
I want put me where you are. Thank you.
Well, since you said thank you,
I didn't say thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I like all.
Oh, thank you.
All right, and then up next we have.
Now it's you.
Oh, no, you, Austin. It was almost me.
Close.
Well, the easiest strategy I thought for this one is to make your card as you go with the different slots. So I'll take that number 4 so I can book my card as I go.
Oh man, that was so you. I'm sorry, you want where?
Number 4, so I can book my card as I go with double spots. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Must have been right on the line because usually it gives me the option to hide the slices of the person that was just spun, and it didn't give me that option. So we'll just see what happens. Jordan, it's you.
Not too much of a difference. I'll go after. I'll go after Richie.
All right.
Cool. Y'all keep taking your bubble.
Cool. I wanted to pick third anyway.
Oh, good. What a coincidence.
Yeah, funny how that worked out. I didn't have a choice, and now I have to act like I wanted it. Anyways, yes, just to reiterate what we are doing, it is an eras draft, so we will be going from the 90s to now. 6 picks from each decade, and then your 25th spot will be a commentary team from one of those decades as well. And again, you can pick your commentary team whenever you want. If you think there's a commentary team that other people might want that you want to snag up, feel free to do so. Otherwise, once a wrestler or team is selected from a specific decade, they are no longer available for any of the other decades they may have been active in. If a character is chosen, then other characters by that person are no longer available as well. So unfortunately, we cannot see 4 different Mick Foley characters tonight, or 3 different Glenn Jacobs characters tonight. I know.
I have a paper.
Isaac Yankem.
I have a paper with all the decades for everybody. So if you need to know how many slots you have left in each decade, you can ask me at any point, and I'll fill you in if you don't. You can't keep track or whatnot. I'm
ready to go as well with that. So
yeah.
We'll double down and right. But without further ado, let's kick this draft off with the guy who showed up late, Richie.
And just
well, it's in your name. You
like, and it's in my name. Got distracted by GMO. There's no lateness there. It's just a GMO. Yeah. Okay. Look, I'll be a heel of the bet because I know this will be a hot commodity. I'm going 90s first, and I'm going Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay. 90s Stone Cold.
All right.
Now I'm not a surprise.
These out of my notes as they go.
Yeah,
the person. Yeah, I should say.
Let me open up my note app that I.
Yeah.
I just went 24 since we're each getting 6 from each deck. I went 24 from each, just so I knew I would have enough for the given.
I've got like 4 pages, so I think I've got enough between everything. Well, and again, some people you can take from multiple decades, so it's not like I have it locked down for one or the other. If
right.
Depending on how many slots I have left and whatnot. But, yeah.
All right. The JPO.
I'll go 90s Shawn Michaels, please.
Right.
Not a surprise at all.
Okay, for the 90s.
Get that forward for a while.
I
2000 round was better.
Actually, I also because I had a match I wanted to do. So I actually had 90s Shawn Michaels on my list, but didn't. It's not gonna happen, and that's okay. Ooh. All right. Let's see. Do I want to stick with the 90s, or do I want to go to another decade? Yeah, I'm gonna go to another decade. I'm gonna go to the 2000s, and I'm gonna get Kurt Angle.
All right. Okay. Delete that out of mine. Where's Kurt? There he is. I also wrote Kurt Angle 2000s. There you go.
Yeah, late 90s Kurt was good, but like 2000.
No, 2000s is prime. Yeah, ruthless. You want like ruthless aggression, Kurt Angle. Yeah.
90s Kurt was just Survivor Series and Armageddon.
Yeah, I was just saying 90s Kurt is literally a couple months, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he also won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck, and that needs to be,
Ain't fucking amateur.
It needs to be respected. You don't know what I'm doing.
All right. Number 2, Gable Steveson. All right. Anyways,
like I said, you don't know what I'm doing.
We could be drafting for 5 hours and needs to be available.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
Great. We're in hour 6 of the draft, and for 2000s, I'll take Great Khali.
Yeah.
Pick number 943.
I'm going Fantasio and Travis from Techno Team 2000 before going to college.
All right. I'm going to start out with, I'm going to also go 2000s Jacob, and I'm going to go 2000s Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, that's a good.
Ruthless aggression,
Is he
Brock
involved
Lesnar.
in your sexcapades too, or is that just his?
Yeah. This is before. I think this is before the sexcapades.
Yeah, so yeah. I mean,
Remember that that's alleged. That happened years and years and years later. So yeah. And then I'm gonna jump to current day. Let's go to 2020s and take current day Will Ospreay.
oh, you son of a bitch! That's literally my next pick.
No joke. I thought I didn't know my main event.
Yeah.
My main event was going to be 2000s Kurt Angle. Current Will
Oh,
Ospreay.
that's too bad, isn't it?
And now I can't do it. But
Well,
you know what?
you can do something else. It's your turn.
You know what I can do is I can do, and maybe, and because now I might have to pivot. But I will take current Bryan Danielson.
All right.
All about 2010s, but I kind of like what he's doing right now, so I'm going to take current
Okay.
Bryan Danielson.
That's one guy you could take 3 decades worth, and I think he'd be good in every one of them. So, because I even like 2005 American Dragon is still pretty great.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I like Daniel Bryan when he's choking out Justin Roberts and getting suspended for it. Getting fired. He just got straight fired.
Straight up fired.
Fire. All right, JPO.
Give me 2000s AJ Styles.
All right.
That's the AJ Styles I had listed as well.
There you go. Yeah, me too. So there you go.
Again, 3 decades worth of AJ Styles you could have gone with.
Exactly. All right. I had 2000s AJ in my notes. There you go. Okay.
All right,
Richie, you finally get 2 picks in a row, so you can
all right. Well,
run some stuff here.
Give me current Swerve Strickland.
God damn it!
You
All right.
son of a gun.
Yeah.
So much you drive Prince Nana and just to fucking What's that?
It's not.
What are you mumbling?
With my next pick, I take current Prince Nana.
Yeah.
Sword has to come out alone.
Hey, yeah, you could take 2000s and have him wrestle in early Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
He wrestled in the first year of Ring of Honor. He's a wrestler. So
and I'll take 2000s, and I will take Triple H.
Okay.
2000s Triple H. All right.
2000s Triple H.
Okay. JPO, I don't know if you're building your card as you go, but if you are, I already love the match you have.
Maybe.
I actually didn't with my first 2 picks. I didn't, but I figured they would go in like the first round, so I just wanted to get them. Because I've got other like good wrestlers that I don't think will go first round, maybe like second or third, know. But yeah, shit like that. But I have backups. But
although I mean, a 2000s Brock Lesnar versus a current Will Ospreay
would still be cool.
I mean,
yeah, but not might necessarily be. I have something else in mind if I can still get the person.
I hope you're not.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I got something. I got other plans for Will. Backup plans for Will.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
JPO, it is your pick. So where would you like to go?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think decade-wise here. Give me 2010's Briscoes. I want the Briscoe brothers.
Briscoes.
All right, our first tag team off the board.
Yeah. Find them on my thing here. All right, Briscoes. All right, Jacob.
Yeah. Give me the. Which decade do I want it from now? I'll go 2000. I'll go 2000s. Chris Jericho.
All right.
I was thinking about it.
Late 90s, that cruiserweight Chris Jericho, but I really love that heel run, like 08.
That is the decade I had him for. So.
Mm-hmm.
I had him for all 4. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
Then I like narrow it down. Like, well, which one do I think is prime Chris Jericho for me personally, and that's
All right. I'll get my first 90s pick. Give me 90s Eddie Guerrero.
Yep.
Nice.
I want like
Hashtag better than
1990. I want like 1997 Eddie Guerrero. I think it was like the greatest wrestler in the world around that time.
Good one.
All right. So 90s Eddie. And then yeah, this is interesting. I probably should take a tag team pretty quickly. Yeah, I mean, give me current FTR.
God, you son of a gun. I should. I was between them and Chris Jericho my last pick, and I was like, maybe they'll come back around. But that's okay because you know who's give me. See now I have to think because people take my picks and I don't have backup plans ready, and I should. Give me 2000s Motor City Machine Guns.
Okay.
Motor City.
Any of you take my next pick now? I have time to rethink.
I actually was debating whether or not I was going to take Motor City or FTR. To be fair, so whatever I didn't grab, you probably could have picked up.
Right.
So yeah, because those were probably like two of them, along with the Briscoes, obviously. But I figured they would get pretty quickly.
The Young Bucks, by the way, did Motor City Machine Guns move on Dynamite? I'm like, well, they got in. Yeah.
Is that a hint? Because who's free agent soon?
Yeah, well, I think they are now.
True. Maybe they're the surprise. No, they won't be. They won't be a surprise team. One can dream. But JPO, which decade are you hitting this time?
And from the decade of the 2000s, the Hardy brothers, Matt and Jeff.
Yep, I figured they'd go fairly early.
All right, the Hardys.
All right.
Good night, Beth.
Sweet dreams.
We all love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Bethany. Hope you find your dad.
What? I'm daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, sure. Sure. Anyway.
I meant biological.
Yeah.
Not. Never mind.
Anyway, my next pick is also from the 90s. And, thank you. Also from the 90s. I'm going 90s Rey Mysterio.
All right.
Booyaka.
And
Mask on or off?
That's
Yeah.
fair question.
That's a fair question.
On.
You want like filthy animals, Rey Mysterio, or you want like just getting started, Rey Mysterio?
Well, he's a little past getting started in '97.
Yeah, cruiserweight undercard Rey Mysterio. Yeah,
What Eddie Guerrero?
That's the match he had with Eddie that we had toward the house.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, it's still might go right. Considering someone might have taken the tag team, I'll take the other one. From the and I'll go 2000s. I'll go 2000s. Dudley Boys.
Dudley Boys.
I almost went them over Hardys. I will go with this decade, the 2020s. You mentioned them already. I want the Young Bucks.
All right.
This decade, Young Bucks, you said?
Yeah, 2020s.
Current Young Bucks, all right. You want Matthew and Nicholas? Is that what you want?
The EVP.
Yeah.
The EVP trigger. I'm gonna go one way and then hope Austin doesn't take my pick again. I'm going current Gunther.
All right.
You could have Walter.
I could, but I want like IC champ Gunther.
Oh, poor Walter. No one loves Walter. Anyone that thinks that they should call him Walter again is crazy. Gunther's established. It's fine. It's the same kind of name.
He just has to get released, go somewhere, establish himself as Walter again, and come back.
Yeah.
And they're like,
I mean, if he pulled the Sean Spears, yeah.
yeah.
But no, I mean, there's a difference between Ty Dillinger, who was kind of jobbing.
Right.
Even if he left and came back, he was still, I'd still call him Gunther.
No, for sure.
Give me 2000s Edge and Christian.
We're
I
still
kind of
good.
wanted.
We're good.
I might have done Christian by himself as 2020s.
Yeah.
I was thinking 2000s Edge.
2000s Edge is the decade we're done.
You know what? I got enough singles competitors I can play around with, so I'm gonna get another tag team. Give me 90s Steiners.
I thought about that too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they'd have some really good matches with like current people. Fuck yeah.
That's what I mean. Steiner's like in their prime. I'm talking like 90, 91.
90s.
Steiner's when like Scott was just a beast, and Rick was a good worker. Like, man, pairing them up with some dudes would be amazing. Like, it would be something. So, yeah. I'll
You sure you don't want 2020s?
Yeah, 2020 Scott Steiner. I could, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's still wrestling.
He's still wrestling on the Indies. So I could.
And technically, I think Rick did enough too to where you could do both of them.
That's what I mean. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, I'll take 90 Steiners, please. All right. And then I got some options for tags later. I just wanted to get particularly those two. So, all right, I can save my other ones for later. Jacob.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have many 2010s yet.
I had to fill out my 2010s today because I realized I didn't have a lot of 2010s picks for whatever reason. I don't know why. But I mean, some of these I could just substitute the decade,
Right.
We're still working, just flip it. But yeah.
Give me 2010s. Oh, I don't want to go to 2020s. Give me. I'll go 2020s. Usos.
2020s Usos?
Yeah. Yeah, mainly just for the the theme music.
All right.
Not the tag team match I had in mind, but I wanted to, maybe mix things up. And we'll see. We'll see how I book. JP, we are back to you.
2000s CM Punk.
Oh, again, you're reading my mind.
Richie with back-to-back picks.
All right. 2010s Kazuchika Okada.
Okay.
2010 is not going as fast as the other decades.
I know, yeah. I don't even have one.
Like in 2010 yet. Yeah.
I know, but I mean, I can. I've got enough of these workers that worked in like 2010s and today, so it doesn't really matter. Like I can pull any of those. A bunch of indie guys I can pull from 2010s. I'm not even worried about it. I got plenty of research for that. So.
And I will go 90s Harlem Heat.
All right.
Good thing you got them before I got 2000 Booker T. Specifically
Sure did.
King Booker.
King Booker.
I was thinking about it, but I was like, I want Alan Heat. They're a great guy.
Yeah.
All right. JPO, were any of the action figures you have, are any of them going to be your next pick?
Maybe later, but for now, no, because I'm going with 90s. Let me think about it, because I can go one of two ways. 90s Cactus Jack.
All right.
All right.
You want like ECW Cactus Jack?
Yeah, it's in New Japan XW Jack. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Something like that, yeah. All right.
All right. Well, I think
Jacob hasn't drafted anybody from 90s or 2010s yet.
no, I think it's time to go to the 90s. I think he's fallen enough. Give me the Rock, 90s.
90s Rock, okay. Do you want Rocky Maivia?
I said the Rock.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Just because he's reliable and I can put him up against anybody, give me 90s Chris Benoit.
Yoshitatsu.
Give me like mullet Chris Benoit. That's what I want.
I had him in the 2000s.
I know, but I kind of like the viciousness of 90s
yeah.
Chris Benoit. The more
I
and more
hope
I
you
see
don't
it.
have him in the year 2007. Yikes.
No. Yeah, that's another reason.
I don't
I don't
know.
want 2007 Chris Benoit. I want 90s.
What happened in 2000s?
Don't pick up People Magazine in the certain month of that year.
Yeah. And then I'll tell you what. I'm trying to give me. I'm also going to go 90s again. Give me 1990s Kenta Kobashi. Pre-knee problems. Yeah.
Kobashi. Oh, we get knee problems?
Well, I mean, even in the match with Samoa Joe in 2005, which is like an amazing match, my favorite match of all time, he still like couldn't move as well as he could in the 90s, so they had to like work around that. I mean, it's still amazing, but like he did more, suplexes and moonsaults and crazy shit in the 90s when he could still move around. So that's what I'm
what I
thinking.
do with
90s
Joe
Kobashi.
and Kobashi? I show that to anybody that's like, man, that shit's fake. I go, yeah, let's watch this.
Let's
Kobashi
watch this
Joe match.
Yeah, right.
And
let's look at Samoa Joe's purple chest at the end of the match and tell me that's fake. Yeah. All
right. Despite what Richie said earlier about me hating women, I will draft the first woman, and I will draft 2010's Asuka.
2010's Asuka?
Yeah.
I'm like NXT Asuka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not main roster. Let's feed her to Charlotte Asuka.
Yeah.
Still a really good match. I like their Mania match. But
yeah. All right.
Yeah, all right. JPO.
I thought I'd be the first, but you got to before me. I'm gonna go with 2020. Is give me Mommy and Rhea Ripley.
I hate you so much. Right now, at this moment, I'm sure it'll pass. Give me a moment.
Are you there yet?
Serenity now. All right.
I'm good. That was my match. That was my match, JPO.
All right.
Lots of great things on top.
There is.
Give me current day Christian Cage.
Okay.
You can.
No.
You can. I took Edge of Christian already.
Oh, wait, you didn't. Oh, fuck me. I always do this. Damn you. Damn you to hell.
You can have Kill Switch.
Sure. No, give me current day MJF.
Okay.
You sound less enthusiastic about that one.
No.
Like MJF is such a horrible backup plan.
Yeah.
He said current, so he has an injured MJF.
Well, no, I'm not going to sit him out injured like Tony Khan. I mean, I'm not. Not
Yeah.
And give me 2000 Samoa Joe.
All right. 1000 Samoa Joe.
I also had 2000 Samoa Joe.
Mm.
Yeah.
I had that for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looking back at the end of 2000s, he's not the Nation of Violence. Samoa Joe is not great. he gains a lot of weight, and the gimmick is stupid. But like, yeah,
You get like TNA Unbreakable Samoa Joe, and he's pretty damn awesome.
yeah.
You had Ring of Honor World Title Run, TNA Kurt Angle run. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Mid 2000s Samoa Joe, you're golden. You're good. Yeah. All right.
Mr. Owens.
2000s Mickey James.
All right. That's also the era of Mickey James that I had.
That's what I wanted. Yeah, that's what I. Yeah.
So, I will take a second female wrestler, and I want current Tony Storm.
I mean, she is timeless.
She's timeless. I could take her in the 90s.
I love that.
That's what that means?
Legit. That's a legit Turner Classics movie guy, Ben Mankiewicz, that she has. Oh, that's great.
All right. Let me I'm confirming something real quick with my decade. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
My apologies. Okay. Oh, okay. So I can't do either one. Okay. I was confirming which one I could take because I haven't taken any 2010s yet, so I just want to make sure they were. I am going to take 2010s and get my first one out of the way. Kings of Wrestling, Hero and Castagnoli.
Nice.
Because again, I may be trying to book a few matches here and there. Not every single one, but a few here and there, as I go, just to make it easier.
Cesaro's like one of my top 3 favorites from that.
Yeah,
decade.
I love the Kings of Wrestling. I miss them so bad. They were awesome. They were so good.
Yeah. Shout out to Hero, finally returned to the ring a few months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, against Timothy Thatcher, right? I think it was Timothy
Yeah,
Thatcher.
for his home cut. Yeah. He helps book, I think, West Coast Pro, I think.
Yeah. I think he's doing like backstage work for AEW sometime.
Yeah.
All right, so that, and then I'll go back to the 2000s and take 2000s low key.
That's low key a good pick.
Yeah. He's one of the guys I usually draft if I can get him. If somebody else doesn't get him. Somebody got him on the TNA draft before I did, which was it was a hot pick for the TNA draft.
It was me. I got him.
Good there. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, the general ones I can usually wait till the 3rd or 4th round or something, But yeah,
consulting the draft board. Yeah, I will be taking 90s Bret Hart.
there you go. I'm gonna say nobody picked him yet, so you got him.
Speaking of big names no one took, I believe. Can I have 2000 Undertaker?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
You want like American Badass, or you want like Return to Dead Man Undertaker? And
At the moment,
yeah.
it depends on if you guys fuck
No,
up.
you can change it. You can change it. I'm just saying, yeah.
At the moment, he's Dead Man.
Okay.
If someone fucks up my plans, maybe not.
No. Well, you have that option when you make your card. You can specify if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. The character within the character of that decade. Yeah.
All right.
So you want like Teddy Long 1-on-1 with the Undertaker.
Yeah, I think it's wrestling wise, peak Taker kind of,
They might be, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So both my next picks will come from the 2010s. First 2010 pick, first woman. I'm going to go Sasha Banks.
Yep, that's a good pick.
2020's Mercedes Moné.
I haven't seen enough of her to fucking go. Yeah. C-E, that's going to be an earworm. C-E-O. And I'm going to go tag team 2010s beer money.
Okay.
Money.
Robert Roode cleared to wrestle technically, so maybe return at some point.
Maybe. I think he's working as an agent, and I think
He's kind of hinted at he's kind of settled into that. But I'm just saying, a quick run, a little thing here and there,
I just noticed on my notes I also had 2000s Undertaker, so I think I'm picking up what you're putting down, JPO. So yeah, because there's obviously options there. So yeah.
Well, we'll find out because you might see where I'm going with this is right now. Because give me 90s Sting.
There you go. I considered that. Yeah, if you get both of them. The dream match we never got. Yeah.
Watch me still not book it. I'll book something else.
Like we all think you're gonna book like Crow versus Deadman, and then you book something completely else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the match you want. Hey, y'all always wanted Sting and Triple H, right? Like what the fuck?
Yeah. I know. I don't know how that didn't happen at WrestleMania that year. Why wouldn't you?
Because they did a weird now. Sting was friends with the NWO, and it's a WCW thing, I guess.
Yeah, even though he was only friends with the Wolfpack, technically. So
he hated the fucking NWO.
Yeah, I know. He feuded with the NWO. That was all of 1997. Was him going against the NWO. But anyways, buddy, now. All right.
Give me. I'm going to take 2010s. John Cena. U.S. Open Challenge.
John take Cena. Like big match, John.
John Cena dirty sweep on the last ASAT. Whose voice can you hear in Surf's Up 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, and Doolittle of 2020?
Oh, see, the TMNT might have confused me, but the Doolittle I might have been able to piece.
I probably would have got it from Surf's Up 2 because that was a WWE produced movie.
That's why I kept it in there. No one knew what the fuck Surf's Up 2 was, so it didn't help them.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, like you said, it's WWE produced, so it's like, all right, but
you got to know that.
One could have done a voice in TMNT, and then it's like, Doolittle, okay. Doolittle would have, because I think I asked that question, but a similar question about John Cena voicing someone. What animal did he voice in Doolittle?
All right.
Wait, polar bear.
I believe so. Yeah.
All right. Now I've got all the people I want for my card so far as like matched up, so I'm good. Now I can just keep booking matches with my double picks if I want to. I could pivot, you never know. But give me 2010s Kenny Omega.
Mm-hmm.
And then let me take current day Ilya Dragunov.
I knew you'd take him. I knew you would take him. He was on my board, but it's like,
because now I've got like stars and stuff. I just want to book like cool matches and shit, like undercard, like mid card, like cool shit, like that. I just want to see. So that's where I'm going because I already have some like big shit I could put at the top of the card. Like now I just want to do some cool stuff, like dream matches, decade versus decade dream matches, kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like what's the idea? All my other ones are already like cross decade, so I'm good. But that sort of thing. All right. So. Why did I write Kenny Omega twice in my notes like a fucking dummy? Anyways. Well, just because I think Kenny, you could take current or like 2010s and it'd be fine, like whatever. It's basically the same. But yeah.
All right. I would like to take 2000s Randy Orton.
Oh, you fucker. Yeah. I mean, that's a good pick.
Legend Killer.
Legend Killer Orton. There you go. That's what I would take.
I have a plan in mind.
I love Legend Killer Orton. He's awesome.
You might have my plan to do. Anyway.
You're welcome.
Give me 2010s Adam Cole.
Bebe.
Bebe.
If you don't say Bebe, did you really pick him?
Not really.
That was the era. That was the era of Adam Cole that I had on my board as well.
All right. Give me 90s DDP.
Nice.
That's
Okay.
a good pick.
I still got to watch his biography.
Yeah.
He they did a video a few weeks ago on their his DDP yoga channel about Butterbean. It was so
Yeah.
good. Like that dude was like
Yeah.
hunched over, could barely walk, and like where he is now, like it's amazing.
Mm.
There's the clip of him showing the other success story to Joe Rogan, and he's all impressed. You know, the one, Arthur, I think his name is. Look that up.
Oh yeah. Joe Rogan was getting a little bit emotional.
Yeah, no, man, 'cause it's
Yeah.
legit a dude like a
Yeah.
warband who like was told by multiple doctors like, "Hey, you'll never walk again." And by the end of the video, like spoilers, like he's fucking running. Like, fuck you, awesome.
Have they given DDP the Warrior Award yet at the Hall of Fame? Because I mean, I feel
You
like
know
that's
what?
the thing.
I think they should kill that award because Warrior's a piece of shit. But if they don't, then yeah, he's deserving.
We'll just rename the award. Yeah. But yeah. And what was it? I was thinking about it. I had a name in my head, but now I lost it.
Distracted. Just say Warrior.
No, like that. Yeah.
You might not show it to your card. Hold you for more money.
You want to show it to my card? Yeah, exactly. Anyway, give me. I'll go from current day, and I'll go Kanote Takeshita.
Nosuke Takeshita. Didn't even have to look up how to spell it anymore.
I just spelled Takashita to Takeda, yeah, but if you do it phonetically, yeah.
I believe that was his 2 picks. So JPO.
So, you guys want to know one of Adam Cole's big accolades? Is he's a former Owen Hart Cup winner. So give me Owen Hart from the 90s.
All right.
You son of a gun.
Son of a gun.
Owen Hart was my next pick.
Sniped you.
Too bad.
So now I have to pivot.
Pivot. I hate it then. Pivot.
But now I'm going to stick in the 90s. I'm going to stick in the 90s and, kind of pick some, upper mid card talent. It could have been main event talent, but I think this guy, he's going to deliver a good match with somebody. That would be Mr. Perfect from the 90s.
Okay.
I think you're going to say Kennedy.
Yeah, Mr. Kennedy from the 90s, Richie.
He might have wrestled in front of people.
A kid.
he was just Mr. Kenny at that point. He wasn't, an adult yet. He was still.
He was Ken Kennedy.
All right. Give me 2000s Rob Van Dam.
Ooh, I actually had 90s Rob Van Dam on my board.
I'm gonna go like early 2000s RVD. He's still good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A little more seasoned, yeah, and still could do everything. So mostly because I've only got 2 slots left in the 90s, so I need to save those. So I had a little more wiggle room in the 2000s. So
I have 3. That's why I was thinking.
Yeah, I have to look at my board and be strategic. Otherwise, I'll run out of spots for the decade. I can't take too many 90s people and shit. And then let me go 2010s. So fill that out some more. Give me 2010 Speedball Mike Bailey.
2010s, you said?
Yeah, 2010s.
All right. I think I'm going to hopefully book another decent tag team match. And I'm going to start off by taking 2010's DIY.
Mm-hmm.
JPO, it is back to you, good sir.
Give me 2010s The Brotherhood, Cody and Dustin.
2010's Cody and Dustin. All right.
Mhm.
Not a pick I thought I mean, I thought I'd see them pick tonight, but not as a team.
The team, yeah. All right.
So,
Definitely had 90s Goldust on my
Mhm.
yeah.
on my board.
So, Austin, can you tell me how many picks I got left for 2000s?
You still have 3 left in the 2000s.
All
if
right,
you get
cool. I'll
somebody
just have two. Give me in 2000s. Give me Lita.
About time to pick another one.
I'm not gonna pick any women, so I don't care.
Uh,
Sorry, ladies. No women's revolution on my card.
and also from the 2000s, give me Christopher Dent.
You no joke. Hold on, let me scroll back up. I'm not even joking. Not even joking.
There you go.
Not even. Hate you so much. It's fine.
Since JP,
Oh,
there you go.
is this
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, it's on you now. You're good.
Shit, give me a
Yeah.
second. I don't know where I'm going.
Oh, so much for DIY versus Daniels and Kazarian.
Well, you know,
Thanks, Richie.
it's all right. It's so
You know,
fun.
it's almost my birthday too.
Mm.
Let me have
Oh, you know. Well,
it's
you
fine.
know.
It's fine.
Well,
fine.
yeah.
This is why we don't work well as a team. This is why we lost the other night.
If you cared about them so much, you could have dropped them earlier, but you know you didn't.
Well, I mean, if you cared and even knew what I was thinking.
No, I'm only on JPO's wavelength. Apparently, I don't know what.
Yeah.
All right, did we solid enough for you, JPO?
No. All right, I'm gonna pivot. I'll think of something here. Give fuck. Okay. Give me 20. Yeah. Give me 2020 Josh Alexander.
Okay.
Oh, that's a great pick.
Yeah.
Really like that pick.
That damn pens. Jesus Christ.
All right. So I had to pivot a little bit. Give me see, I was trying to solve for you that I wasn't even thinking about me. Give me 2020s. No, I'll wait on that. Actually, I am gonna go back to the 90s and get another tag team from there. I'll go the New Age Outlaws. I think, yeah.
All right. All right. Got some options here. Give me current Braun Breaker.
I was thinking about him too. God damn it.
Trying to grab some more current people before they all run out of like my favorite people to watch right now. And then
a little handicap match between father and uncle and son. I don't know.
no,
I just realized you had both.
I know I could
three of them.
pit Steiners up against Braun Breaker and somebody else. Yeah,
You could
There you
grab
go,
Baron
the
Corbin.
Wolf Dogs. Yeah.
yeah. Nah, I'm not gonna do that though. I got a different idea for
By the
them.
way,
But
I thought they were the War Dogs, and that cost me the Lights Out title.
oh no. And then let me go back to the 90s and give me 90s Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah.
Only Pez would pick somebody like Ricky Steamboat in this draft.
Nah, I don't agree
Maybe.
with that.
I don't know. Just saying.
If the 80s had been in here, I think he might have been high on my 80s.
Yeah, no. If we had just done like 80s, 90s, 2000s, then 2010s, yeah, 80s would have been. Yeah, that would have been a hot ticket. Jacob, do you need more stall time?
No. I think I just want to start not start. I've done it enough already, but I just want to pick like some really good, mid card guy that can put on solid matches. But I've got 2 90 spots left. I'm tripping. Give me 90s Razor Ramon.
Okay.
I was like, I've only got 1 90 spot left. I don't know if which one I go with. I've got 2, so I could potentially get both of them.
Yeah, because you still have, I was going to say, you have one more 90 spot remaining. And then you got 3 2010s, 2 2000s, and 2 current. All right, but anyways, 90s Razors. JPO, you got 2 more 90 spots. You got 3 2010s, 1 more 2000 spot, only 1 more from the 2000s, and you got 3 currents.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
With a tear in my eye from the 90s, give me Ric Flair and Arn Anderson.
As a tag team.
Oh.
I see. You know, it was funny, JPL. I almost just took Arn Anderson as a singles wrestler from the 90s because I think he's Arn's great.
I'm a fan of Arn.
Arn's great. Yeah, he's great. No, I get that.
You know what was underrated about Arn? His DDT. His DDT was fucking amazing. Just how he just pulled it off really quickly. Yeah, it was amazing.
He's a solid fucking dude. He's a solid worker.
For sure. No, I get it. All right. Richie. You have 2 more 90 spots, 1 final 2000 spot. You're almost out on there. You got 3 more 2010s and 3 more current.
And we've all still got our commentary pick.
And I figure we're all probably leaving commentary to the last. So yeah.
For 2010s,
fine.
2010s, I'll go for a tag team. I'll go Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, the Wyatt family.
All right.
Wyatt family of the Bludgeon Brothers.
Wyatt family.
And for the for the 90s, because I don't think this I don't think this guy gets enough credit, but when we go back to it, I always get impressed. For the 90s, I'm going to go Lex Luger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For my final 2000s pick, I will finish my 2000s because I want a Nigel McGuinness.
All right.
So you didn't screw me on the wrestler I wanted to pick?
I know you do the commentary.
So you took one of my commentary teams away.
Oh, my bad. He's on my roster. He's on my roster.
Yeah.
No, I totally get it.
Yeah.
But
one of the few people you could say that about this, other than like Booker T and stuff, Yeah.
Taz.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if
Oh, there's
any
my
Taz
commentary
will get
team.
drafted. We'll see. Yeah.
No.
Oh, oh, poor Taz.
Come on, anybody want to take Larry Zbyszko as a wrestler or a commentator?
I was
No?
gonna say, I mean, if you want to get technical, Jericho and Punk are pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Prove him wrong. Big Larry Zbyszko. Prove him wrong. Living legend, baby.
All right, I've got a 90s. I've got two 2000s. I want to book another women's match. I might. So give me 2010s Charlotte Flair.
All right. I'll do 2010s Keith Lee.
Oh, you mean him?
Yeah. Yes, him. Yeah.
Had him in my hand.
Yeah. Not gray hair, current Keith Lee, not on TV ever. I'll take 2010s Keith Lee.
Looking good. Looking good.
Yeah, looking good. And then let's see. Might as well just do another 2010s. I'll do 2010s Ricochet.
Oh, Samantha Irvin doesn't come up with 2010s Ricochet. That's unfortunate.
Okay.
All right. I will go back to the 2000s and take Gail Kim.
All right.
I'll take 2010s Seth Rollins.
And I'm out of 2000s, right?
No, you still have one more
one
2000s pick. You have one 90s pick. Then you have two 2010s, three current.
All right, I'll go my last 2000s pick, and I'll go Amazing Red.
Nice.
All right.
And then I might go from current and I'll take one from current, and I'm gonna go with Will Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs.
All right.
Me. Hold on one second. Where are you, son of a bitch? Orange Cassidy from the 2020s.
Nice. Nice
All right.
pick.
And yes, his hands do go in his pockets.
No, they don't.
Well, they do. Hold on.
That's the best feature they could have added. Nice.
Have I bought this figure 3 different times? Maybe.
All right, Jacob.
I think that 90s pick is safe. I think all my picks are safe. Actually, I can just pick whoever I want at this point. I will take. I wanted Roman and Seth as a tag team. Screw that up. Don't ever get what I want. So I will take current 2020's Jay White.
Okay. I'm going to polish off my 90s pick. Pair some guy up with somebody I already drafted. I'm going to take 90s Dean Malenko.
Never mind, my 90s pick wasn't safe.
I almost did that.
Yeah. Because I'm, pairing him up with some of these current high flyers might be really fun. Because goddamn it, was he a great base and maybe some good matches with some of those quick fire guys back in the day. So, yeah.
No, I almost I was thinking of him before when I was doing Josh Alexander. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, damn, 90s Malenko was fire. So, yeah.
Yeah, he was so good.
Yeah.
Number one in the PWA 500, despite not being like a world champion or anything, which is very rare.
Wow. Okay. That's cool. And then, where do I go from here, man? So at this point, it's just like, I don't know. Maybe might as well polish off my 2010s, and then I can just go 2000s versus now for the rest of my picks and just make up shit. That would be better. More dream matches. You know what I mean? That I can just make up on the fly. Damn. So 2010s. I'll take 2010s Kevin Steen, Mr. Wrestling.
Nice. Cousin.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Steen's not my cousin.
And I will take his partner, sometimes enemy, also from the 2010s, Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn, there you go. Or you can take El Generico.
Wait,
I like NXT, Sami Zayn.
They're different people.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, Richie, right? Like Kevin Steen and Sami Zayn don't know each other.
Yeah.
I thought you were being serious for a moment. And I was like, wait, is something wrong?
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn do, and Kevin Steen and Generico do, but
now, if I was gonna draft another tag team, which I did, I just my tags I'll say, Steen Erico from the 2000s. I love, what I mean, like it's pretty great. I love him.
I was debating 2010s. Just
yeah. All right. Well, JPO, your 2000s is complete. You have one more in the 90s, and then two more in current and 2010s. So of each.
Okay, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep.
So my penultimate 2010s. I believe you got his family members. What about Bray Wyatt?
You can take Bray Wyatt.
I thought I was saying, God damn it.
Yeah. No.
Why
you got the family, but not the head honcho.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, sorry. He's a woman.
Yeah. And you're in the same position, Rich. You have one more from the 90s and then two for 2010s and current.
Okay. For 2010s, and someone took Adam Cole, so I'll take Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish as a tag team.
All right.
2010.
And
2010s, Fish and O'Reilly.
Fish and O'Reilly, and for more, current. As far as current day, current day, I'll take LA Knight.
Yeah.
You don't want Max Dupree?
He's only a manager. I don't know that Max Dupree ever wrestled.
That's true. It's true.
For Batman?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
My penultimate of the 2020s. Hold on.
Mm.
I know he's in here. Not you.
He's got visual
You.
aids.
Not you. Get out of here. Not you. Not you. Not you.
Oh, here
Yeah,
you are.
Petey.
Darby. Give me Darby.
Darby. There he is.
Like, no, Jake Hager. I'm not drafting you. Get the fuck out of here.
Poor Jake.
I'm sorry, Trent.
It's not
Cash.
happening.
Pez got you already. I'm sorry.
Oh, I have one from each left. And you know what?
Yeah, you got one all around. Yeah, Jacob.
Everybody loves the acclaimed. Current acclaimed.
Okay.
Except for the Bang Bang gang. Then
Hmm?
they broke up. And they attacked them. Anyway.
Oh. No, I have a tag team match in mind for the acclaimed.
All right. Give me 2000s Ultimo Dragon.
Man.
What?
I was about to fucking pick him.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I was like, I could have picked him either for 90s or 2000s, but it doesn't
I was
matter.
going
They're pretty
90s
much the same.
actually, personally, but yeah.
No, I know. I mean, my 90s is all picked, but I can still take him into, SmackDown Ultimo Dragon. It's fine. Yeah. And then give me 2020s Zack Sabre Jr.
Again, why I shouldn't be so sure that these can be safe.
You can never be safe when I did my research.
Yeah.
I got notes and notes. I still have like 30 people on my list, so yeah. People I'm not even gonna get to. All right. Mr. Barber, you got one around for everything but current day.
Yeah.
And again, I'm assuming we're all just keeping commentary for the final spot.
Yeah,
That's
I
what it
feel
looks
like
like.
that.
Which, I mean, there's lots of options, so it's not like, if somebody takes one thing, you got
Right.
nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. Like, there's plenty of options.
I'm gonna go to the 90s. Yeah, I could take him, for his one NXT appearance in the 2010s, but I'm gonna go 90s instead and go for Jushin Liger.
All right.
She.
Liger. There we go. All right. JPO, you got one of everything except for the 2000s.
Give me 90s X-Pac.
X-Pac.
6 or X-Pac?
Or 1, 2, 3 Kid. Several. Yeah, well, no. Hey. He doesn't have to decide right now. He can decide when he makes his card. See? Yeah.
Lightning Kid.
Yeah. Cannonball Kid.
Yeah. All right.
Whatever.
Well, Richie, you're in the same position, everything except 2000s. You got one left.
All right. I mean, I'm wearing a shirt. So for the 90s, I'll go Flying Brian Pillman.
Okay. Make sure he shows up to your show.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's a point. And what the hell, buddy? For modern day, I'm gonna pick another woman. I'm gonna pick Tiffany Stratton.
All right. JPO, you going 2010s or 2020s?
I could go either way, but I'll go with 2020s and Ray Phoenix.
Okay. All right.
All right. I will go. Torn between two. Give me 2010s. Kota Ibushi. It's between him and another from the 2010s. I'll say it at the end if nobody picks up.
Yeah. I'll polish off current first with Dijak.
Good pick.
And you know what? I'm a fan of him, and I love him, and I'm the only guy who ever drafts him. Give me 2000s A Train. Albert, my boy.
All right. Well, I have 5 tag teams, and that's an odd number, and I don't like that. So give me 2000s London and Kendrick.
Good. This will work out. This will work out with people eliminating commentary teams, so I can just pick from my leftovers because I got plenty to choose from. That'll help me decide, actually.
Right.
Once we get there, because then everybody will be done with their stuff. Well, JPO, you can either go commentary or your final 2010s. Whatever you like.
I'll do 2010s. Give me my boy Jay Lethal.
Jay Lethal. All right. There you go.
That's
Another guy you can pick from all three, and you'd be in good shape. Yeah.
Question is, does JPO draft himself at commentary?
Why you gotta ruin the moment?
Well, I would encourage it. That'll give me more options.
Hey, Richie, you have your last 2010s pick in your commentary pick.
Okay, well, last 2010s.
Watch me do his commentary pick just to.
He's got both of them in a row, so it doesn't matter.
I picked JPO. I'm just kidding.
That'd be cool. I'd be honored.
Yeah, that's right. 2010s. Yeah. Let me. Oh God. You know what? Give me 2010s Moose.
Moose is Tiffany Stratton. Weird match, but that's what we'll do.
All right, that's
Sounds good. All right. Well, the only thing left, Richie, is you get first dibs on commentary. What you got, huh?
Sick.
And you go anybody from any decade, so that one's up in the air.
Yeah. Okay. Technically, I can't go anybody because I also might have been chosen Nigel McGuinness. But you know.
Oh yeah. Right.
Bullshit. Anyway,
I'm sorry, one of the great wrestlers that will take it too soon. As in wrestling wise, he's not dead, obviously.
All right, look. I know someone's going to be annoyed at this, but it's going to fuck you up. Give me for play-by-play. Give me Kevin Kelly.
Okay.
And for color commentary, give me Paul Heyman.
Wait a minute. Was it? Did they do commentary together?
Oh, you mean like?
You have to pick somebody that did things together, though.
yeah.
From history, you need to
I
pick
get
something
these things
together.
confused.
Yes, like it needs to be like a real commentary team from one of the decades.
Sorry.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was actually gonna totally do what he did. So.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah. Okay. As people who.
all right, that's my fault for not specifying that.
Okay.
That's on me. I'll take that one.
Okay.
But-
All right. Cool. Well, fine. You know what? Give me the TNA current TNA team because I like them of Tom Phillips and Matthew Rewalt, the format and in English.
I'm putting Hayden English down because I don't know how to spell his last name.
It's like REHWOLT.
WOLT.
Yeah.
I guess I could have just looked it up too.
That's an option.
That would make too much sense. There it is. Yeah. Okay. All right. JPO, which commentary team member are you going with that you've done commentary with?
How do you assume I'm just gonna pick myself? But
I want it to be true one of these times.
No, and this is obviously I think I've told this story before and I've showed photos. Pick me, and you can currently find him. Pez knows about this. Blake Howard, aka
Blake Chadwick.
Blake Chadwick.
Yeah, so technically JPO and Blake Chadwick. Okay,
Yeah, JPO and Blake Chadwick.
There's picture evidence of that and video evidence of that. Yes.
Oh yeah. We went on pay-per-view.
Well, no, I wouldn't blame JPO for wanting to call all of his dream matches. Why would he not want to do that? You know?
Myself, yeah.
Yeah. Be there front row for all of his dream matches. Why not? Yeah, sure. Good. It leaves me more options, depending on what Jacob picks. Because I was not going to pick the current TNA team, so that's fine.
Yeah, this doesn't help me at all. The only thing that helped me was Nigel McGuinness being picked as a wrestler.
I don't know why this makes it harder. You have your pick of the fucking litter.
Exactly. Everything. Like, if they took two of them, it's like, all right, well, now it's a little easier to choose, but now that all my options are still there.
So now I'm guaranteed to get one of my top two. Easy.
You know what?
Have you said me and Blake weren't in your top two? It's fucked up.
No, I had me and Blake.
Don't worry, you're still in his top 8 on MySpace.
Hey.
I am going to go with Michael Cole and Pat McAfee.
This is like sweet. I got all of my picks.
All right.
Well, I was debating on because I feel bad for not.
This one's Joey Styles and just Joey Styles.
Well, I'm actually torn between two now because I figured somebody would have picked JR and Jerry Lawler, but nobody did. So now I don't know which one of my top two to pick.
I thought you were going to go JR.
Well, possibly, and I still could. My top two are JR and Paul Heyman is one of them because that's my favorite 9-month commentary team ever, and then Joey Styles and Cyrus.
Oh, okay. That's like you're a big fan. Sorry.
I'm a big fan of Styles and Cyrus, so I don't know where to go now because that JR and Paul Heyman is still an option. Yeah. Fuck it, yeah. Nobody picked him, so I'll go JR and Paul Heyman.
I almost picked because I think they did commentary for I think it was 2 or 3 episodes of NXT. I almost went JR and William Regal. But they didn't do enough together that I was like, I don't want to pick them because they only done 2 episodes.
Yeah, there's weird combinations. They tried weird combinations at the start there. You could have put Matt Bloom, A-Train, and Renee Young.
Yeah, but A-Train was picked, so I couldn't take him.
Oh yeah,
I actually picked A-Train.
A-Train was picked. Hulk Hogan, not picked.
Yeah, I know. Oh, trust me, I got a whole list of ones. No John Moxley, not picked. Roman Reigns or not picked. Vader, Jerry Lynn, Bam Bam, Kane.
I know Kane. No Big Show.
Big Show,
Macho Man. I had Macho Man on my list.
Mike Awesome, Too Cold Scorpio, House of Black, and any members were.
I had Malachi Black on my list, but not. I could have had.
I thought somebody might have grabbed Umaga from the 2000s. We're all big fans.
If Rock had stayed, I thought about Rock and Umaga.
Yeah. Vic Finley, William Regal. Even though they're current guys, Alexander Hammerstone.
D'Lo Brown was available.
Yeah. AOP. Gallows and Anderson. Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, some of these current guys. I almost picked Logan Paul. Could have. You know.
So my other 2010s pick that I was debating between Kota Ibushi for was Adrian Neville or Neville.
That's right, Neville, Pac, whatever, one of the two. Yeah, you could go all the way back to the 2000s with him as well, just as Pac, late 2000s indie scene. His match with El Generico and PWG, awesome, like really awesome. So yeah,
Shinsuke Nakamura. I had Finn Balor.
as a tag team, if somebody grabbed some of mine, I could have grabbed LAX from the 2000s. I love LAX, Homicide and Hernandez. Yeah, good shit.
I liked, and it was a short-lived tag team, but I liked Carlito and Chris Masters as a tag team from the 2000s, or even Carlito as a mid-card guy.
Got Shelton Benjamin. I almost picked a tag team like Whipwreck and Tajiri, or just Tajiri. Always big fan of them.
You could have picked Christian and Tomko, or AJ and Tomko. They're a good tag team.
Again, we got to pick people that were actually the other ones.
I always picked Generation Next of Roderick Strong and Jack Evans from 2000s. I love those guys.
I thought about Evans. I thought about Strong.
Yeah.
I almost picked a current day
Aries too.
R-Truth.
I almost probably didn't pick Aries because he's known to be kind of troublesome now, but wrestling wise, Aries is fucking great.
2000s Batista was somebody I considered.
Yeah, plenty of people on the table. Lots of people. But again, you have to be strategic when you're kind of planning out matches in your head. What you want to get.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, what you want to do.
Yeah, like Moxley would have been like a good backup plan if like Foley got taken or
Yeah.
I'm just saying, John Moxley versus 90s Cactus Jack speaks to me a little bit.
In a death match? Yeah.
It does.
Oh, yeah.
It does, but I
thought about that.
I'll get to it. When we show our cards, I'll get to you.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I like these rosters. I think I'm excited to see what happens with the cards. Because again, when we're constructing our cards, I don't know if I've mentioned this yet to people watching, but when we construct our cards, people from the same eras cannot go against each other. Now, if you want to do like a 6-man tag, that's fine. And, team up like a tag team and a singles from the same era, that's fine. But they just can't go against each other.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. It's up to you on your card length as well. But, so, yeah. 8, 10.
Pretty busy week next week. Is next week going to
be? We're gonna have like a 3-hour show next week. We got a lot of shit to do next week.
We're going to do WrestleMania 19.
I mean, we could always, forego the news. I mean, I'm sure most of the news is going to be talked about when we do our WrestleMania predictions.
Yeah, whatever comes out for that will just be them filling out the card, I'm sure. Yeah, in the days before.
Yeah, because next week, we can kick off with our cards. We can run those down real quick. We can get into WrestleMania 19. We can get into our predictions, and those will basically be the
I don't think it'll be too long. The cards don't take long.
No.
Yeah, the cards are quick if we just run them down, each, and then 19 is just a long show, so there's a lot to talk about. Within
that pillow fight.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot there, but then the predictions, but like JPO said, the predictions might even take as long if they don't do as many matches as we think they're going to do. It might not be as long.
Right. As long as they don't pull an AEW and add matches.
The day before on social media. Yeah.
Like I even wonder too. Speaking of getting back to things, are they teasing Ray and Dominic again?
That's. I wonder if Ray is like.
That kind of popped out of nowhere.
I wonder if Ray is like, hey, I might retire soon. I would love to have my last match be against my son.
Hey guys, I'm leaving right this year. You're like,
I know he
Tom the big win.
I also know he pushed even at the match they had. He pushed for Dominic to win, and didn't. But I'm surprised it didn't go. Yeah, I thought they were going to go with Ray and Santos Escobar. But
I was hoping for a nice big 6-man with those people because I kind of want Santos and all of them to have a spot, Carlito, but it looks like it's going to be now back to Dom, and I'm guessing.
Yeah, so, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what gets added within the next week because we're 8 days 9 days away from night one of WrestleMania. It's
Yeah.
almost here.
The show might be long enough to where if they add matches on SmackDown, we can talk about in real time.
Right.
You know, like literally by the time we get to them, after we do WrestleMania 19, like SmackDown might be over, and they would have the
Well,
final.
SmackDown's
countdown,
on Friday.
maybe. Oh, that's right. Well, I mean,
it's not Thursdays anymore
yeah,
like it used to be.
Has
Nah,
still
I
is
keep
the
thinking
90s.
Thursday.
Like,
I'm
no,
still,
it's UPN.
I still live in
UPN
UPN
Thursdays.
Yeah.
It's on UPN Thursdays at 8.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
what are you
That's
talking
where,
about?
that's where I'm at while I'm doing my rewatches right now.
Right after reruns of Moesha and right
Yes.
before the Buffy reruns. Come on.
Yeah.
They film them on Tuesday though, so we might even be might be able to get those spoilers.
Well, like you said, they're finishing up the tag thing tomorrow night, then, right?
Tomorrow,
like,
yeah,
so
so we'll
the
know those
ladder
two
match
teams.
should be complete. They might book another match or two, by the end of SmackDown
Yeah,
tomorrow.
because I think Jade's supposed to be on, so we may see that.
So they might get something.
maybe?
I mean, I would imagine you'd want everything announced at least a week before, like all of the matches, right? Or at least by next Raw, at least, like basically a week before.
I can see them adding at least 2 more, doing six each. Maybe.
Well, I mean, if they're going to add anything, add a kickoff match or two, that's fine. That's not a big deal. But yeah, I mean, as far as your main card, I mean, you want most of the stuff to be pretty set in stone in the next couple of days, I'd imagine.
Yeah. I could also see them like maybe doing a shorter match card on night 1 and doing like a big, opening like they kind of did for WrestleMania 30, where they brought out, Austin, Rock, and Hogan. Doing something similar to that for 40 because this is supposed to be the biggest Mania of all time.
Yeah, they supposedly teased something with like that the Austin and Cena will be there because like when the beatdown between Rock and Cody, it's like that Rock was looking at a truck which had Austin and Cena's face on it, which is could be foreshadowing something.
I heard the truck thing. I don't know if I buy into that, but. The truck also was probably just there. The truck every week.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens between now and next week. But also between now and next week, Richie, what do you got going on?
Well, yeah.
Besides being late to stuff for video games.
And I might go back to it now. And then that's until I watch Godzilla vs. Kong later on today. Which
I'll tell you about it after the show.
Okay, cool.
Didn't Godzilla vs. Kong come out like a few years ago?
Oh, yeah, the second one.
Godzilla X Kong, whatever that means.
Right.
Yeah.
It's Hugs, right? Hugs and Kisses, Hugs.
Yeah, Hugs and Kisses.
Yeah, well, they are teaming up, so
I'll give you one spoiler. Godzilla suplexes Kong. I shit you not.
Okay, that's enough. That's a good review. I'll see it.
And that gets you into the theater. There you go.
All right, now I'm going to go see Godzilla X Kong tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough. So you want to catch me there if you're in the area. Versing Danske Fallon and Full Metal tomorrow. Fun. And also tomorrow, Pez's mystery tournament. Which should be fun.
Speed tournament, so everybody can get plenty of time afterwards. It should only be about an hour, hour and a half or so. It won't be a long show, be a quick show.
And when we say speed tournament, we're not talking about WWE Speed, which is another news item. Where they're bringing out doing 3-minute matches and bringing a WWE Speed Championship, which is that's gonna be.
When does that start again? When is this shit?
I don't know, but like
after WrestleMania sometime.
After WrestleMania sometimes, but yeah. So I think it's just mainly for TikTok or some shit.
X.
An X or whatever, just for the generation with really low attention spans. I'm also on the top 64 directors. I never went to that. So tournament vibes. So you can find me. We'll have to work out when I do it. But I'm also the new host now with Austin. Goshing Wheeler movies. So doing that at some point. So just to get a load of Jordan's plate a bit. So yeah, it should be fun and giving us to talk about all these other classic films and yeah. So yeah, so check that out and yeah, I'm all on JPO's channel and all that other jazz and yeah, all good.
Okay, Richie, Austin. If a movie is spun that you're just not excited to talk about, it is okay to call an audible.
No, we'll just spin it again. I don't give a shit. It's some bullshit.
yeah,
I'll
like
just
if
tell
it's
we might not even do that shit on the air. We're just gonna schedule shows, so that'll be behind the scenes. What'd you spin? That? Yeah, spin it again. Okay, that. Yeah, I can talk about that.
Yeah.
Well, you spun
I-
Fix the Cat. I'm there.
Yeah, I don't have any like qualms about that. If it's something like, it doesn't have to be like an all timer. As long as it's a decent, good movie, like to great movie, whatever, positive a movie I can
Right.
talk positively about. I'm fine. Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't
like
have to be
I'm
one of
gonna
my
have,
favorites.
no disrespect to Chris Scott, but I'm gonna be struggling to talk about for an hour 3 days to kill that Cameron Costner movie. So I'm pretty sure that's on his list. That's very very
Yeah.
kind of random.
If it's a bad movie, it needs to be a fun bad movie that I could talk about, like one of our alternates. Like if it's The Room or some shit, like I'll talk about it, like
Right.
whatever. But that's a different story.
Yeah.
JPO, I'm glad your internet decided to,
I
be nice
guess
to us throughout the
restarted
draft.
just blocking everything else out helped. Yeah, because shit, that first hour or half an hour was rough.
Yeah.
I'm glad it got better. But yeah, between now and next week, what do you got going on?
Well, first I got to find Chuck Taylor's hand because it just went on the floor somewhere.
Oh no.
Is it in Orange
After I
Cassidy's
find
pocket?
that hand, I'll double check. It could very well could be. Luckily, I do have a baggie full of body parts, which sounds like I'm a murderer, but I meant actually body parts. So, worst case scenario.
That's going to be the opening to next week's episode. I'm just going to clip that part.
Body parts. What do you guys need? I have alternate heads, hands, and title belts. But yeah, after I find this hand,
So you're an arms dealer.
Yeah.
hey. But yeah, the aforementioned the Pierce Co. His jacket comes off. We have a lot of fun over there. We just started the tag team tournament. I think we're 2 matches into that. We just filmed an episode earlier today. The Tizzies versus them 70s hoes. That was a fun one. We'll see all these people play into that. Oh wait, Jacob and Richie already played. Maybe they go to round 2. We got to tune in to find out. Jacob just shook his head no. And Pez will be playing pretty soon. Jordan Anderson is the movie Team Heroes, movie hero team.
We could potentially meet in the second round.
Maybe.
We're on the same quadrant of the bracket.
You never know. And then other stuff on there, countdowns. You've seen all 3 of these on the countdown. Other stuff, Pierce Wrestling Channel, similar idea. Why We Love Horror, Lights Out, Comic Wrestling Trivia, Battleground, Multiplex, and yeah, thanks for having me. I won the show, bro. I don't know.
All right, Pez.
Yeah, no, mostly stuff here on the Movie Hero Network, obviously co-hosting just about everything. I'll let you, Jacob, plug our next 2 shows we'll be doing these next couple of days. So you can see me not counting down Godzilla movies on Rankum on Sunday, which I'm disappointed about.
If you had told me before,
I even switched my vote.
Yeah, but y'all switched it too late. He already locked it in. God damn it. But
I didn't know. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I know.
I would have done it for you. I will be on that episode though, not the one that got booked.
Next time Malcolm says he just throws it into like a random poll, which he does do every now and then, I'll let you guys know. You can help me out.
Let me know.
Something like a random show. But yeah, so maybe eventually. But no.
And then if you need, I'll be on the episode and I'll just go, whatever Pez said.
Yeah, you can just say yes to all my picks, and then I'll DM you during the show to what to pick next, and then
let me know what to say no to if I go first. Hold on, let me check my DMs. Pez said no.
No, not that one.
I'd like to bring up the 1998 Godzilla.
No, that's incorrect. So no, Malcolm. I like that movie. That movie's
I actually really enjoyed it.
Did you guys know this tattoo on Lance Archer's back used to be a tramp stamp that he covered up?
Yeah. I remember in TNA. I used to call him tramp stamp. Wait.
Yeah. It was. He just above his butt crack just be like a little tiny little one little tiny thing, and then he covered up with this giant thing to make it look less tramp stampy.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I'm around here, Jacob. I'll let you plug out all the other stuff.
Yeah. So outside of the Speed Mystery tournament tomorrow night, Austin and I will also be going live on Saturday for a podcast about movies. Yes, we are going 2 weeks in a row because next Saturday is WrestleMania, and I don't want to,
Well, we're all probably going to be on here watching it, so we don't want to do extra shows.
I don't want to sit in front of a screen for 8 hours. So
I'll save my screen in front of a screen for 6 hours.
Yeah, I'll save my screen time for WrestleMania. But no, Saturday we will be going live around 5-ish. And since Austin's birthday is this weekend, and mine will be in a couple weeks for the next episode, we each decided, hey, we're each going to get to choose the topic for the next couple weeks. So he has chosen 4 horror remakes that we will be watching and discussing. I believe we have settled on The Blob, The Thing, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and
Hellraiser,
yes, the Hulu one. I was like, which streaming service is it again?
The Hulu one, yeah.
The Hulu one, yeah. And then Monday, much like we did back for January, where we did like a recap of the January releases we saw, we're going to play a little catch up and do a recap show for things that we watched in February and March. So April 1st, it's not a joke, it's actually happening. Austin and I will be live Monday again,
doing like that little mini tier ranker thing we did last time, like a tier ranker recap show.
Yeah, so that'll be Monday, and then we'll be back next Thursday for the Lonely Marks, talking some more WrestleMania stuff.
Yeah. So, a big WrestleMania spectacular, you could say.
Yeah, WrestleMania spectacular. And I've discovered now, I don't know if you guys who have StreamYards have noticed it, but when you are uploading a thumbnail, you can create one with AI, and that's how the thumbnail for this was created. So I don't even have to do it anymore. I was just like, oh, that one looked cool. I'll choose that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it said upload when you're setting the stream up, and like I don't know if it's when you schedule it for a later time, but yeah, it says upload thumbnail, and you can either upload an image that you already have, or it says create with AI, and they give you a few options.
Because I saw what you were saying.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's a thing now.
I thought you were putting extra effort. Never mind, you're not.
I'm not. I'm not good with thumbnails at all. But yeah, no, that's what we got going on. So like, share, subscribe, turn on that bell, follow the Pierce Co. Follow everything that we also do that's not on this channel. And yeah, we will see you next week. Insert catchy catchphrase here.
Follow the buzzards.